Good afternoon, Laurel Nokomis School students. This is Mr. Corey, your college and career advisor. Today we're going to talk about some careers within our September career cluster of the month. Career cluster of the month, as you know, is transportation, distribution, and logistics. A lot of times when students hear the word transportation, they're thinking of driving a truck, bus, semi, something like that. But it's a whole different field. It's boat captains, pilots. So today we're going to focus on careers you can have in aviation. So if being in the air or working on airplanes or within the airline industry is something that you may be interested in, we're going to show you some options today that you can look forward to. So here's the main career options. Number one is pilot, whether it's a private pilot or a commercial pilot. Commercial pilots fly airlines like Delta, American, United. Private pilots fly private jets for people that purchase those trips. Air traffic controller, excuse me. Air traffic controllers monitor the skies from towers at each airport and guide the airplanes safely in and out. Flight attendants, aerospace engineers that work on aircraft parts. Flight management coordinators, these people work at airports and help coordinate the takeoff and landings and how smoothly everything will run. And then you have certified flight instructors. These are people who have gotten a pilot's license and are pilots, but rather than flying every day, they teach people how to fly. If you want to become a pilot, it's a fast-growing career. It's growing more than the national average. You will research and apply for a flight school, okay? So, and then consider if you want to be a commercial or private pilot. That may help you make a decision as to what type of flight school you want to go to. Flight school is going to teach you how to fly so you can get your license, but they're going to also teach you different things you need to know about flying, the math that's involved with it, the skill set, the laws and regulations that you have to learn. So it's more than just learning how to fly, it's also learning about the industry and the field. Earn a bachelor's degree alongside that flight training. Most of the time they're going to come together. You're going to get the bachelor's degree and the flight training to get your license concurrently with one another. You'll get a student pilot and a FAA medical certificate. The FAA is the Federal Aviation Administration. They regulate the airline industry in the United States. They're going to issue a medical certificate based on a physical that you're healthy enough to fly an airplane, and then you're going to get a student pilot certificate that will allow you to eventually get your license. Some airlines like American and JetBlue, I think there are others, but these are the two main ones. They have pilot training programs. You'll enter into their academy, they'll train you, and then you can go to work for them once you've been trained. You'll start off in the industry likely as a co-pilot and then become a captain as you work your way up. It does take a lot of flight hours, thousands of flight hours, so that's why flight school is so important, to start getting those hours. If you want to be a flight attendant, you must have good customer service skills. Flight attendants are also called stewards or stewardesses. They are the ones that are going throughout the plane, making sure that you are safe, you're following the directions, you get your food, drinks, and all those things. It doesn't require a college degree, so if college is not for you, this could be an option, but you will need training. You have to complete a training program. There are some that go through, each airline has their own. There are some that will go through one from a school. You do have to complete the training program and then pass an exam to be certified. There is 10% job growth over the next 10 years, so it's faster than the national average. More people are flying, more airplanes are out in the skies. They're going to need more flight attendants. The salary is very good, and you do get to fly for free. So if you really like traveling, it's something that's good for you. If you like to be settled down in one place and be home every night, not the career for you. But if you do want to travel and see the world or see the country, it is a way to do that and get paid. Air traffic controllers. Now, this is an interesting career field here. This is the career field that's responsible for directing airplanes while they're in the air, landing, and taking off. It is extremely demanding, and it requires extremely demanding training. There is no margin for error because you are guiding airplanes. If you make a mistake, you can cause a crash of airplanes, which is not good. To become an air traffic controller, you must pass the FAA's exam. and hold a bachelor's degree or have 3 years worth of education and work experience. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the aviation field either. They just want to see that you are a dedicated individual who has held a job or a degree, because if you can meet those demands, you're more than likely you're going to be able to meet the demands of their training program. Average salary is $127,000. So it's high wage, but it also is high stress. So this is a job where you could probably be home every night. You know, you're not traveling everywhere if that's not something you want to do. Doesn't necessarily require that 4-year degree, although it's probably better if you do have one. But it is extremely demanding. Now, you may have to relocate to wherever the FAA needs you. Technically, when you're an air traffic controller, you are a FAA employee. Aerospace engineers, they design, test, and repair aircraft and aerospace parts. So you may be building an engine, you may be fixing one, you may be coming up with a whole new concept for airplane engines. Some work with spacecraft. They're space aerospace engineers. They work on rockets and things that NASA is working on. You do need a bachelor's degree and possibly some extra certification depending on what exactly you want to do within this field. Average salary is $115,000. It does have a high rate of job growth, so there will be a lot of openings in the future. Embry-Riddle University in Daytona Beach, Florida, has a great program for aerospace engineering if you're interested in this career field. So here's some colleges. Embry-Riddle, Aeronautical University in Daytona Beach is a great school for this field. Anything you want, whether it's they have flight school if you want to be a pilot. They have training for aerospace engineering, for space engineering as well. Everglades University in Boca Raton is a good school as well, and the Florida Institute of Technology. There are more, but these are the 3 leading colleges for aviation careers in the state, and they do have reputable programs and results that is demonstrated each year. So, if this is a career path that you would like and you have any questions, you can ask me at any time. Otherwise, we'll give you some more information next week on this career field before October comes and we go into our next career cluster, which is manufacturing. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me at any point that you see me during the day or send me an email. We're here to help you develop your pathways to the future. Have a great rest of your day, Laurel Nokomis School. Do great work. Go Lightning.